Welcome to Something to Talk About from the Bainbridge Island Senior Community Center. Today we're going to be talking about aging in place with Housing Resources Bainbridge. But before we do, I want to thank Fieldstone Communities of Bainbridge Island for being a sponsor of Something to Talk About. They offer independent living and assisted living and memory care up on Rolling Bay. And they also have day stay and respite care programs. If you'd like to learn more, take a tour, or be treated to lunch or dinner as part of that when you stop by for a visit, give a call to Randy O'Neill or Sierra Wood. The phone number is 206-594-1010. And you can check out their website at fieldstonecommunities.com. Also, I'd like to acknowledge that we are meeting on the ancestral homeland of the Suquamish, the people of the clear salt water, who have lived on the shores of the Salish Sea since time immemorial. We are learning from them about how to be good stewards of these lands and waters, and we are grateful for their willingness to share their knowledge with us. Misty Mountford is here today. She's the Independent Program Director with Housing Resources Bainbridge. And Misty, today I think we're going to talk a little bit about the idea of aging in place, which is what you try to help people do.
Yes, thank you, Reed. Yes, that's exactly what we're going to talk about today, aging in place and how we all can do it safely in our homes and in community. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I will go ahead and share my screen.
Okay. And for those of you, if you're listening on an audio, the screen is available on youtube.com/BI Senior Center. youtube.com/BI Senior Center is where all of our podcasts live, so you can always find something if you miss it. Okay, I'm seeing your slides. I'm seeing actually, oddly, both the slide and the preview for some reason. But
give me just 1 second. Yep, just swap it.
There, that's beautiful.
Good. All right, great. Perfect. So hello, everyone. Thank you, Reed, for having me present today with the Senior Center. I enjoy being able to work together on things like this and be able to present to the community on aging in place and helping people stay safe in their homes. So with that, I would like to say that a 2024 survey by the U.S. News and World Report found that 95% of people aged 55 and older say that they want to stay in their current home for as long as possible. However, just 10% of homes are aging ready, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. So, who wants to age in place? Most adults want to age in place, and for many, this means growing older in the homes that they have lived in for decades, homes that are familiar to them and homes that they feel comfortable in. How many on this call wish to age in place?
I do. Sheila does.
Yes.
I bet everybody who's listening does. I mean, 95% of us wish we could. And I think if we can manage it safely, our expected life, our life expectancy and our enjoyment of life is probably higher than if we're moving around a lot in our later years.
Correct. Correct. Yes. Yes.
Well, there's a lot of anxiety when you keep moving around.
Yes. Yes, that's correct, Sheila. It can definitely bring on a lot of new dilemmas as we age and we're having to switch locations and switch homes and get to know a new environment, especially when we have some medical thing going on. So today we're going to talk about planning for aging in place. And of course, there are many things to consider when we plan for aging in place. And I always encourage folks to start sooner than later. I've actually had the pleasure most recently of just talking with lots of folks who have seen my presentations or have heard about the independent living program or have heard about just the term aging in place locally from various organizations. And they're trying to plan ahead. And I love that. So some questions that you can ask yourself now, how to prepare. For instance, am I able to move around easily in my home? Are there any safety hazards that I'm concerned about? Is my home accessible both inside and out? Am I able to handle everyday tasks such as simply bringing in the groceries, getting dressed daily, and bathing easily? And if there's even a small concern about any of these or all of these now, imagine how you're going to feel in 5 to 10 years or even 2 years. So again, that planning ahead is really, really important. So, of course, you might ask yourself where to start. That is a good question. One thing that I encourage is for you yourselves to do a walkthrough of your home and note any concerns that you might have. And then bring in a professional to have your home assessed. I offer these, of course, and other organizations locally like Fieldstone offers them as well. Fairbanks, not Fieldstone. Have your home assessed by a professional.
And so what that involves is having somebody come in with basically kind of a checklist, knowing what some of those major issues are, knowing to look for if there's a grab bar or if there is a problem with entry or exit. You were talking about like getting my groceries in my house. Do I
Yep,
have a big flight of stairs right when I
right.
come home?
Yep,
What am I going to
yep,
do if I can't get up those stairs?
yep. And we're going to talk about some of those things here in a second. Considering your safety now and into your future, we're going to look at some of those areas that Reed just mentioned that can be unsafe spaces for you and your loved ones. For instance, a lot of our homes have some dark areas, especially as we roll into the fall and winter here in the Pacific Northwest. But little things that you can do on your own is adding motion lighting to brighten up your walkways, like your stairs, replacing dim bulbs with brighter bulbs, using task lighting in certain areas, like under your cabinets or in your trunk or your closet. And then also it's really important to use consistent lighting throughout the home. So you're not walking in one room where it's super bright and then you go to the next room and it's very, very dim, because it takes time for our eyes to transition to those. So it's important that you try to keep the flow consistent throughout your home. So also any obstructed pathways is something to think about. You can see these two images here. We have the before on the left, just lots and lots of books and things stacked up on the shelves, things on the couch, things all over the floor. And then the second image shows a nice, clear, open space, no trip hazards on the floor, easily accessible couch and table. So removing any clutter, relocate items, finding homes for each thing so you know where to find them later, making sure that any wires that might be draped across the floor are covered or you tack them against the wall. Especially if someone who owns the home or lives in the home, or maybe you're having somebody visit that has a mobility device like a cane or a walker or a wheelchair. You want to be cautious of all those things, but also allow for at least 36 inches of clear pathway throughout the home just to ease that mobility. And then again, considering your visitors as well as the people that live in the home full time.
Well, and we're all one sprained knee or meniscus tear away from suddenly overnight needing to use a cane or a walker.
Correct. Yeah, it's day by day.
Well, that happened to me when I fell, and I had to go through that whole mucky muck of what I could use using a walker and then using a cane. And I don't use either now, but I have two canes available to me if I need one, but I haven't used a cane for quite a few months, a couple months anyway.
Yeah,
But when you look at I'm thinking entryways or hallways are probably prime targets for clutter. That and of
right.
course right beside your couch as the picture
Yes.
showed.
Yes, exactly. All right. And then we're going to take a look at our steps and our handrails that we have. On the top picture, you'll see a before and after of the stairs. Good railings are very important. Also adding varying color to your steps to make them more noticeable. Instead of having one solid color all the way up your stairs, try to put your landing as one color and the rising section as another color. As you can see in the image there, we have a white riser and the landing is a darker brown in the second picture. You can always add something simple. In the middle picture, you see the slip-proof rug that's there on each step to help with wooden stairs. You can do that as easily with tape as well. Again, with the two different colors from the riser to the stair tread, two different colors to make it more noticeable as you go up and down. And then making sure that you have railings on both sides, as you see in the lower left corner. Railings on both sides of your stairs, highly, highly encouraged for safety and just for overall aging in place. Like Sheila was mentioning earlier, she may not have stairs. However, when you have something happen and you have a fall and all of a sudden you need to, maybe one of your arms is broken, you're going to need those railings on both sides of the stairs. Even if your feet are okay, but you only have one arm and it's your right arm, and then what are you going to do going the opposite way on the stairs if you only have one side of a railing? So just thinking about that as you walk around your home and think about all the potential safety concerns.
Okay, I've got an assignment now.
Yeah.
I've got just one railing. So.
Okay. Yep. And another big one is area rugs, right? We all talk about having rugs in our home. We like our wooden floors, and some of us, and then we have the rugs on there, and the edges of the rugs can be a trip hazard. So getting those taped down with double-sided tape, even removing the rug altogether if it's not necessary, can be a safer aging in place option. And then never putting a throw rug on top of a carpet. That is almost always a trip hazard. I do not recommend that ever. And if you are going to choose rugs for a wooden floor, choosing rugs with a heavy rubber underlay, those are best in like the bathrooms or the kitchen, right? So they're heavy and they're going to stay in place. All right. And our favorite discussion, of course, is the bathroom. The upper picture, we see a few crab bars there around the toilet for safety. Horizontal and vertical, and then one horizontal on the back of the toilet for safety. So adding grab bars close to the toilet to offer assistance with getting up and down can be very helpful for aging in place. Installing a comfort height toilet. You can also add toilet risers if you don't want to get a new toilet. Using a 3-in-1 commode like the picture on the right to help with the handrails and the higher seat. There's lots and lots of different options out there. Even just doing a quick search on Amazon, you can find tons.
So that 3-in-1 allows you to both use it at the toilet, and if you need to have it closer to the bed because of some other, you're not able to get to the toilet.
Correct. Yes, as long as you have the bucket underneath.
Right. That's a good idea. Thank you.
Yes. But
it might be good. It might be good as an earthquake prep kit too.
There you go. Yes. One thing too, just overall as we age, even if we don't have a health concern or a broken hip or whatever, just the up and down of a low toilet can cause strain on our legs over time. So just getting those comfort height toilets is really important as we age in place. And here you'll see a shower situation. You've got an adjustable shower head here with a slide bar, also used as a grab bar in the photo, and then a wraparound grab bar in the shower, as well as another seat bench here that folds down. You can get them that fold down. You can bring them in just to easily be removed as well. You can also use a shower mat to prevent slipping. You can even, they have so many different varieties for your shower floor now, but just little slip-proof stickers, all sorts of shapes and sizes available.
Yeah,
and you can just
again,
stick.
when I fell, Misty,
Mhm.
you know, when I fell, my daughter suggested to put the one on the left-hand side there, the up and down one,
Yep. Mhm.
vertical one. The
Yep.
and that's made a difference because I have a shower, but I have a tub. And
Yes.
in order to get out, I grab hold of that to get out of the tub.
So
And
Perfect.
Sheila's
yeah,
talking about a vertical grab bar, which I think
Yes.
we also saw next to the toilet.
Yes.
yes,
Correct.
you did.
Yes.
But you have one here too in this picture, which
Mhm.
I think is
On the
really
left
cool.
of this picture, yes, a vertical and then one that wraps around both sides of the shower in this image. Correct. Mhm.
Cool.
And then of course, the seat in this image is attached to the shower itself, but you can always, like I said, bring in the removable shower seat. So if you have two people, you know, one person that's going to stand and one person that needs to sit, there's lots of options out there. All right. And so not just inside the home, we want to take a look at the outside of the home, like we mentioned earlier. Think about how you're getting from your car to your front door. Your front door, is the threshold too high? Do you have to step over to get inside the home? Is that a potential trip hazard, fall risk for now or in the future? Any steps without railings that you have to go up and down? Maybe they're slippery. Maybe you need to add some tape on them or some type of padding. Take a look at your lighting if you have any lighting outside. If you don't, again, try to think about how many dark days we have coming up to take us through the winter. So that can be a huge concern. And then your walkway, is it uneven? Is there lots of debris in the way? Is there any moss? And then, of course, trying to be mindful of the weather all year round. So consider what areas that you have to walk through on the daily are going to be slippery surfaces in the winter. Is there anything that could be done about that to keep you safe? And then also, I'd like to mention too, another thing is just overall taking care of ourselves physically and mentally can help us age in place well. We want to think about balance, strength, and flexibility. Finding a program that you like, take a friend with you, get that socialization aspect in there. That's very important as we age in place. Staying active and social is an important component to being able to age in place in community and in our homes. If you're not familiar, the Senior Community Center has many options for balance classes you can take, such as the SAIL class, the Stay Active and Independent for Life, Tai Chi, yoga, and many others are available. You can check that out online.
And I'll also tell you that
Yeah.
that when you talk about taking a friend, you can find a friend. Because often
Yes.
for many of these classes, what happens is people stick around after the SAIL class or yoga and
Mhm.
have a cup of coffee or tea. And so 2 in 1.
Yes. Perfect. And then you can also contact Kitsap County Area on Aging. We call that the AAA in Kitsap County. Referrals to other programs as well that may not be here on Bainbridge, but you can find some in Paulsbo and other areas in the community as well. All right.
Nothing as great as the senior center, though.
That's yes.
Thank you.
For us here
Thank
on
you, Sheila.
Bainbridge. Yes, that's correct.
We have to add that Sheila's on the board of directors, so she might be
Yes.
biased.
So what you're saying is I have to say that?
No, I just mean you're biased.
I am totally biased and prejudiced and biased to the max and have been for about 20 years. So I am very pleased to say that.
So, Mike, I have a question for you,
Yeah.
Misty. So, in your professional observance of, you go out to people's houses and look to try to identify these issues. What are the 1 or 2 most common things that you see that people need to do first, or that you see often?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say a lot of times rugs. Rugs are a high thing that I notice. And transitions, whether it be from room to room or from the front of the home, inside the home, to the back entrance of the home, or from the garage to the inside of the home. So lots of tricky things. And then also even like railings, right? Maybe they don't have any railings at all, or maybe they only have one side. So I like to, point those things out and assist any way I can.
So in the case of folks for whom getting that work done would be a hardship, you have support for that at HRB, right?
Yeah. Yes, correct. And so my program, Independent Living, I have a grant from the city of Bainbridge that allows me to assist folks that fall under that 80% area median income. And so right now for a 2-person household, that's about 79,000 a year for income. And I can also assist folks that fall over that income on more of a fee-for-service type of basis. But for Bainbridge Island, my home assessments are always free. I'm a certified aging in place specialist through the NAHB, a national, sorry, for the National Association of Home Builders, and so I offer the home assessments at no charge. And we just walk through the home, casual, and talk about what the needs are and how we want to move forward on what needs to make it an aging in place friendly home.
I'm thinking also, I'm going a little bit outside of the box here, Misty, but it seems to me that one of the things that I've noticed living here at Winslow Arms is that the people that take part in outside activities, and I'm thinking primarily of food activities, is the ones that go to the super suppers and the community dinners, community dinner, which is on Tuesday, second Tuesday of every month, I think. But those also help us to live where we are. Yeah,
That's
it really
correct.
really does. It really makes a big difference for a lot of people, because there's the community and sitting down and talking with people and just and having good meals for 7 days of the week,
Yeah, well, it's the
Yes.
last 7 days of the month is the super suppers. And as you said, there's also a community meal at Eagle Harbor Church on the second Tuesday
Yeah.
and of each month. And then just the combination of that's a good excuse to get to meet people or to make connections and to find out about programs like the one that Misty offers or other things that we can't get into in the limited time we have. But
and they're all free. That's the other thing about
that's very nice. Yes, for sure. And the idea of I guess exercise, a safe place to live,
Yep.
and connections with people are all huge components in aging in place.
Correct. Yes, very correct. We're very lucky here on Bainbridge Island to have all these wonderful resources that we have available. And like Sheila mentioned, lots of no cost or even very low cost options to help us age in place. So yeah, it's a very good place to live.
Well, Misty, thank you very much for the time and for the presentation. And thank you for all the times you come down to the center and offer that kind of support in person as well.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Reed. Thank
Yay,
you again for
Misty.
having me.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Sheila.
Misty Mountford, thank you very much. Appreciate your time and have a good long weekend.
Yes,
And I
you
hope the
too.
weather is pleasant for